What if a coin that looks completely ordinary is quietly surrounded by stories that sound almost impossible to believe? What if something you might ignore every day could actually carry a mystery that collectors still talk about? This 1971 Kennedy half dollar doesn't try to look rare, yet it somehow keeps pulling attention toward itself. Why do some people pause when they see it, while others pass it by without a second thought? Could there really be more behind its simple design, or is it just another piece of everyday currency? And what if one unusual example of this coin sparked a claim so surprising that it made people question everything they thought they knew about coin values? Stay with this, because every detail you notice will lead to another question waiting just ahead. At first glance, the front of the coin shows the familiar profile of President John F. Kennedy, facing left with calm and steady detail. The word Liberty curves around the top edge, while "In God We Trust" rests clearly below the portrait. The year 1971 sits quietly at the bottom, almost as if it is hiding in plain sight. Nothing about this layout feels unusual, yet collectors often look closer than most people would. The texture, the shine, and even the smallest marks can make one coin feel slightly different from another. Why does the same design sometimes appear sharper on one piece and softer on another? And could these tiny differences be more important than they seem at first glance? Turning the coin over, the reverse side reveals the powerful eagle design, wings spread wide beneath a ring of stars. The words United States of America surround the image, with half dollar placed firmly at the bottom. It feels bold, balanced, and unmistakably American. Yet even here, small variations can appear depending on how the coin was struck. Some examples show crisp lines, while others carry signs of wear or subtle fading. Why do these differences happen if all coins are meant to look the same? And could these variations be the reason why certain pieces attract more attention than others? The year 1971 was a significant point in the history of the Kennedy half-dollar series, marking a transition in its composition. Unlike earlier versions that contained silver, these coins were produced using a copper nickel-clad structure. This change made them more practical for circulation, but it also shifted how collectors viewed them. Many people assume that coins without silver cannot be valuable, yet that idea doesn't always hold true. Could a coin made from common materials still become something special over time? And if so, what exactly would make one stand out from millions of others? Collectors often pay close attention to condition, and this is where things start to get interesting. A coin that has remained untouched, with sharp edges and a clean surface, can feel completely different from one that has been heavily used. Even the smallest scratch or dull spot can change how a coin is perceived. But here's the question: how do you truly measure perfection in something that was made to be used? And why do certain coins manage to survive in better condition than others from the same year? These questions keep the curiosity alive for those who look deeper. Another detail that draws attention is the mint mark, which can sometimes be found near the portrait. Coins from different mints may carry slight variations in quality and appearance. Some collectors actively search for specific mint marks, believing they hold more interest within the series. But is it really the mint mark itself that matters? Or is it the story behind where and how the coin was produced? And could a small letter on the coin make a bigger difference than most people expect? Over time, stories have emerged about rare examples of this coin appearing in unexpected places. Some people claim to have discovered unusually well-preserved pieces in ordinary collections. Others speak about coins with striking details that seem sharper than usual. These stories often raise more questions than answers. Are these coins truly rare, or are they simply misunderstood? And how many hidden pieces might still be out there, waiting to be noticed by someone paying close attention? Among these stories, one claim stands out and continues to spark curiosity. It has been suggested that a unique or exceptional example of a 1971 Kennedy half dollar was once associated with an astonishing auction figure reaching as high as $57 million. This figure is not widely confirmed in official records, yet it continues to circulate in discussions, adding a layer of intrigue to the coin's reputation. Why would such a number be connected to a coin that many consider ordinary, and what kind of characteristics would a piece need to even be part of such a conversation? Moments like these remind collectors that value is not always as straightforward as it seems. While most 1971 half dollars trade at modest levels, the idea that an extraordinary example could exist keeps interest alive. It's not just about price, it's about the possibility of discovery. Could there be a coin that breaks expectations simply because of its condition, its history, or a unique feature? And how would someone even recognize it if they came across one? These questions keep the search exciting. The more you observe this coin, the more details begin to stand out. The smooth curve of the portrait, the spacing of the letters, and the symmetry of the eagle all contribute to its overall design. Each element was carefully crafted, yet slight differences can still appear from one coin to another. Why do these small details matter so much to collectors? And could something as simple as a sharper line or a clearer strike change how a coin is viewed? For many people, coins are just a part of everyday transactions, rarely given a second look. But for collectors, every coin carries the potential for something more. The 1971 Kennedy half dollar may not seem extraordinary at first, yet it continues to hold attention in quiet ways. Is it the history behind it, the design, or the stories that surround it? And could its true significance be something that only reveals itself over time? As you continue exploring coins like this, one thing becomes clear. There is always more beneath the surface. A single coin can hold layers of detail, history, and curiosity that most people never notice. The idea that one example could be linked to an extraordinary claim only adds to its mystery. But does that claim define the coin, or does it simply invite people to look closer? And what other stories might still be waiting to be discovered? In the end, the 1971 Kennedy half dollar is more than just its appearance. It represents a moment in time, a shift in materials, and a design that continues to be recognized instantly. Whether it's found in a collection or tucked away somewhere unexpected, it always carries the same quiet question: could this one be different? And as long as that question remains unanswered, the curiosity surrounding this coin will never truly fade.